Life can be unpredictable, full of change, some good, some not so good, and some complicated. But one thing is constant. One thing never changes.
Was he talking? Because I thought he invited me to speak, and I don't know who he was talking about. And so I was confusion, I don't know. All right. So I want to get right into this. Y'all do me a favor and shout out, even if. Even if. I want you to yell it real loud. We'll take one deep breath. And shout, even if. Even if. That's it. So I want to tell you a story. We're going to jump right into this. So several years ago, before I was working here at the FireHouseNorth, which is one of the best churches on the whole entire planet. It's a great place. So before I was working here, I was working at this other company, right? Who shall remain nameless. And it was a good company. It was cool. Everything was great. I loved it. It was, oh man, I got great coworkers. We were friends. We were cool. It was great. And things were good. Listen, I was getting promoted. It's like, okay, I'm a little pro. All right. Then all of a sudden, we started hearing these rumors about the company potentially getting bought out. Oh Lord. Okay, that's fine. So fast forward, and they didn't get bought out, but there was a merger. So that's when one company and another company said, we just gonna partner together. We're gonna create a merger. So it's instead of two businesses, now it's one. But when that happens, a lot of times there's multiple positions that line up, and it's the same thing because he was doing that over here. Well, I was doing that over here. And now you gotta figure out who won't take the position because the two have now become one. Right? Stay with me, I got you, right? So things started getting crazy. People started getting fired because there was all these double positions, right? And I'm like, okay, so I didn't get fired. But then all these other people's work started getting dumped in my lap. Because when you're good at something and people think that you're good at stuff, and you're like, oh yeah, you can do it, right? You're the older sibling and the younger sibling don't do something and you get in trouble because they didn't do. Okay, y'all act like y'all, right? So the other work started getting dumped on me, right? I was like, oh man, it's getting crazy. So I got in trouble for something that I didn't do. Let me tell y'all something about trouble. This ain't in my notes. Tell you something about trouble. It's one thing to get in change? Shout change. You might change between classes, right? You might change teachers between semesters. You might change friend groups from middle school to high school, right? You might change. As a matter of fact, we've seen one of the biggest changes that you will probably see in your life is living now through this pandemic. It's difficult for me looking at you and I'm like, I think I recognize those eyebrows. Daddy came in here and I was like, man, those eyebrows look familiar. I just in my mind, I don't remember, I don't know, right? This is unprecedented times, but it's something that's called change. So I'm gonna be honest about some things there's a few things that are true when it comes to change. Some change is awesome. Some change is awesome. When it's something that you want, change is good. Okay, I'm gonna y'all the time. I know none of y'all know this is none of y'all's story, right? But just sympathize and empathize with those who might have had this story. You play sports. You might play sports, right? Let's say you was riding a gym. I know that don't apply to nobody here. Let's say you was riding a bench and your coach was like, hey, this year you started. You like, yay! That's what I'm talking about. That coach, you finally did it. You finally see what I can do. Right? We appreciate that type of change, right? I told you I was getting, on my job, I was getting promoted. And I'm like, I got me a new whip, right? You know what I'm saying? I know what's up, right? I'm a giver, right? By nature, I'm a giver. So if I go out to eat with my friends, I'm like, hey, sis, don't even worry about it. I got you. That's my nature. That's how. So when life was good and I was getting promoted, I could handle that change. That was good change. Right? You've been peeping shorty, you know what I'm saying? You like, hey, she's kind of cute. And she finally started kind of digging you too. And y'all start like hanging out, y'all texting or whatever, right? You like that change. That's the kind of change that we like. But change doesn't always work like that. Right? Sometimes change is not awesome. Sometimes change is awful. And when change is difficult, you don't like it. So let's say when your friend moves away and switches schools. You move to a whole different school district and it's like, what am I gonna do? My ace ain't gonna even be there. You know what I'm saying? I thought we was gonna be able to do ABC lunch together. Right? I thought we was gonna be able to do lunch. Now we can't even do lunch. I gotta figure out. So I gotta leave my phone, take it up at school, trying to text you like, what's going on over there? What's going on over here? That kind of change doesn't feel good. And like it or not, change happens. Change is inevitable. It's a part of everyday life. Let me, okay, I'm gonna put y'all on some free now, okay? Because I'm a little bit older. Not much older. A little bit older. A little bit older. I like that. Youngish. How things are right now. Tomorrow and a month from now and a year from now, they will not look the same. And I'm not just talking about wearing masks, right? I'm not just talking about the pandemic and outside of the pandemic, because the one constant thing that we know about life is that change is inevitable. So you can know that whatever happens, whatever we're experiencing right now, something is going to change again. So just like I was excited about being promoted, that was a good change. And then 2 years later, 3 years later, I need y'all to hear that, internalize that, repeat that, because all these other things in life is going to change, and what you need to be reminded of is that Jesus never changes. Watch this. In the book of Hebrews, they're walking through and they're talking to Christians, right? Who were in the transition from they were Jewish, right? So we know Jesus wasn't a Christian. Jesus was Jewish, right? He was a Jew. Okay? So we're talking to all the people who were Jews, and then Jesus comes and he dies on the cross for our sins, and they say, okay, we're gonna follow him. So now we have this new religion, or this new formation of religion called Christianity. And so you have these Jews who are trying to figure out how to process this change. Because it looks it's a little bit different, because there are a lot of rules that happen in Judaism, and there's a lot of things that you can't do, but you can't really do. And Jesus came and said, like, listen, there's grace for that too. So don't worry about that. Don't worry about all of that. Look at me, focus on me, find yourself hidden in me. And so that was a transition. That was a big change that they had to walk through. Watch this, y'all. That changed from those Christians who were from Jews. That change that they were walking through could potentially cost them their lives. So you might be going through some changes, right? You're like, but everybody will be trying to kill you if you change your shoes, if you decide you're going to change your style. You know what I'm saying? You went from like pregnant to like good boy. Don't do that. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody going to kill you behind that change. But these people, in this particular context of the scripture, they were facing persecution and death. And so we aim to give God praise that that's not what we're facing through some of our changes. Amen? Amen. I'm going to put it again. Jesus never changes. He's always the same. He's loving. He is kind. He's always cheering for you. He's generous. God doesn't change, even if everything around us does. It means that when everything around us feels unstable, Jesus isn't. When everything around us feels inconsistent, Jesus isn't. When everyone around us seems like they acting different and they don't understand why you doing it the way you do all of that, Jesus never changes. And our responsibility is to find ourselves focused on Him. He's a root. So let me ask you a question. Y'all ever seen like a really big tree, like a big oak tree? Like, it's like huge, you can't wrap your arms all the way around it, right? It's a huge tree. The reason why that tree, like things happen, right? Storms come, hurricanes come, all these different things come, and they come and they shake the tree. But the trunk of the tree, the base of that tree, is unmovable. It's like, nope, I ain't going nowhere. That's who Jesus is for us. Storms are going to come. Life is going to happen. Change is going to come. But Jesus is a constant in our lives. And so it's important for us to focus on that. It's important for us to say, even if all of these things are happening around us, I have to remember who Jesus is. What's important to note here, and this again is not in my notes, but it kind of just came to me today while I was driving. If Jesus is a tree, right? Just y'all stay with me, right? Okay? Jesus is a tree. He's like a tree, right? And if we too are also supposed to be like trees planted by the river water, steadfast, unmovable, right? You gotta have deep roots, right? Here's the thing about seasons. The thing about a tree, seasons change, the leaves change. Right? The summertime, we got a lot of trees happening, we got some greenery, right? What happens in the fall? Wait a minute, but this tree that's planted, why is this tree changing? Is it the tree that's changing, or is it the leaves, the circumstances, and the situations that are changing? I want you to be reminded of this.
That's good.
That even though the winds may blow, even though your leaves might fall off, the leaves falling off might be friends leaving you.
That's good.
When the leaves start to change colors, that could be when my mama and daddy decided that they were going to get you are sovereign. And what does that mean? It simply means that God, you are ultimately in control. So it does not matter what I saw today. It does not matter what difficult things were in my face today that I didn't like. It was ugly. That girl was talking about me behind my back. She thought I didn't hear her, but I heard her. God, you are sovereign. I know that as I wake up and I walk through the next day, you're going to help me process and walk through these changes. Many of you guys are seniors in high school, and you're battling the what ifs. What if I don't get into these schools? What if nobody gives me a scholarship? You're changing schools. What if I go to this new school and nobody likes me? I love basketball. What if I go over here and I don't like the team? What if? God, in the middle, even in the middle of our what ifs, God never changes. God never changes. I want you to do a few things for me. I want you to remember a time that God was faithful to you in the past. I want you to remember a time that you felt God's love in your life. And then I want you to remember a time that you saw God's goodness. Let me give y'all some examples really quickly, and I'm gonna get on out of here, okay? Maybe it was a time where you experienced loss, you experienced death, and your church family came through and they called you and they texted you and they made sure somebody came over here, somebody made sure you had food that week. You know, different things are happening. That is imagery of God's love. That's what it looks like for God to walk and work through people to show you His love. But what about that time that you really didn't study for that test, and somehow, some way, God brought all things to your remembrance? That scripture, God will bring things to your remembrance, even though you know that you didn't study like you were supposed to. That is an example of God being faithful to you. You didn't deserve that. He could let, nah, baby, you didn't do what you're supposed to do. Right? That's God being faithful. So some of you might not be sure of how to identify these markers in your life. You don't know. Well, what does that mean? Like, God's faithful. I'm alive. It's deeper than that. It don't gotta be super deep. God, I prayed because I knew I had to study for this test. Help me. Please. And then you pass the test. You might not have got a 90, but you passed the test. Barely. Right? One thing that's very important for you to know that we grow in our faith. We sharpen what we believe by listening to those that are around us. So when you're in your small groups and you're sitting there and you're like, I don't know, how does this impact me? I don't know. Listen to some of the stories that your peers show you, or that your peers talk about. And that will help you to identify some areas in your life where you can say, because God was faithful to me when He did this. Pay attention to those things. Wouldn't it be nice to have some things that were unchangeable? Something that was just unchangeable, unmovable. This is what it is. This is how it's going to be. That would be great. Life is going to change. So you can expect good days. That's good change. But you can also expect bad days. That change don't feel good. However, this is what we know, the concept that we do have. Jesus, what? Never changes. So God doesn't change even if, and that's an incredible thing that I really need y'all to remember. Say, God doesn't change.
God doesn't change.
Even if. You can fill that blank in with whatever. Even if I lose my job, God never changes. Even if my little brother gets on my nerves, Jesus never changes. even though all of this is going on around us, I know money is looking a little funny right now. I know dad lost his job. I know this pandemic ain't never ending. I know you don't know what we're gonna do when we talk go back to school. The man, wear back, don't wear back. They say don't wear. Say I can't wear it. You wear it. You don't wear it. They don't wear it. I don't know what to do. Even in all of that, you wanna know what I know, Mom? You wanna know what I know, Brady? Is that God never changes. I love y'all. Tell me y'all love me back.
Love you, sis.
I'm gonna say your name right quick, Pastor. I love y'all.
Love you too.
And I mean this with everything within me. And Pastor, you come? You come out? All right. I mean this with everything within me. I sat in the seat that many of y'all are sitting in right now, the same age, same grade. And I got the news that my older brother had cancer. And he fought this battle for like 18 months. And after those 18 months, he ain't gone back and forth in between remission. He was like, okay, the chemo stuff works. It was like, oh, okay, great, everything's fine. The cancer's gone into remission. Cool. In the last 3 months of that 18 months, the cancer came back super strong. Something happened that I never saw happen. My older brother passed. I never saw that happening. We had plans, we were gonna go, we were like, yeah, because when I graduated, my brother was 5 years older than me. So when I graduated, we're gonna move into these apartments over here, and we're gonna move out of mom and dad. Like, we had plans, okay, we were like, yeah, we was all that, right? That was a change that I never saw coming. Somebody yell, but God. But God, He kept me. He kept me and my family. A lot of times what happens, let me tell you what happens. When you experience negative things, you start expecting negative things. Let me say that again. A lot of times when you experience negative things, you start expecting negative things. And so I saw people, and people were telling me like, well, don't let that make you feel like God can't heal. I never said that. As a matter of fact, my faith to believe that God could heal grew. It's difficult to explain because sometimes I get, I'm human, right? I'm like, man, God, why you ain't come through for the kid? But it's cool because I still know that you're faithful, and I get to watch my sisters who overcome the battle with cancer. I get to watch people come over, and I know that I pray prayers. I'm not saying it was my prayers specifically that got them over, but what I am saying is that I still have faith to believe that that particular change didn't leave a negative thing that I forgot who the root is in the Father. So, even if things look crazy, even with masks on, even if you're in grocery school or you're not in grocery school, you got to go on, you're not going in. Even if the constant, the thing that we know for sure, that no matter what else is going on around us, God never